Hey guys, so today we're making a sugar plum cheese Danish. Please make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let's get started with the recipe. So I'm going to start with 2 eggs. And so in one bowl, I'm going to put 1 whole egg plus half of an egg yolk. And then in the other bowl, I'm going to just put half of an egg yolk. And then I'm going to whisk this together. This part is going to be our egg wash for our puff pastry. I'm going to put in a pinch of some salt. And then I'm just going to mix that together and place it to the side. And so next we're going to work on our filling. And so I have one 8-ounce block of some cream cheese that's been sitting at room temperature. And then I'm going to add in 6 tablespoons of powdered sugar. And so this recipe is adapted from a Copycat Starbucks sugar plum Danish recipe I found online by Kindle Creations, and so I'll be sure to list that down below. And so we're just going to add that half of the egg yolk that we saved and add it to this mixture, as well as some salt, about a teaspoon or half a teaspoon of some vanilla extract, as well as a little bit of some fresh lemon juice. And so I'm just going to whisk all of this together, and this is why it will be important to have your cream cheese at room temperature. You could also use like a hand mixer for this step, but it worked out just fine with this whisk. And so I'm just whisking it until it is nice and smooth, just like this. And then I'm going to put it to the side while we work with our puff pastry. So I'm using one box of puff pastry, and so it has two pastries in one box. So you want to make sure that your puff pastry has been thawed out for at least 40 minutes. Mine wasn't completely thawed out, so I did have to wait a little bit longer, but I'm just gonna roll it out just a little bit to make it so that I can work with it a little bit better. And so I'm gonna cut it into 4 pieces, 4 squares, and then I'm going to roll those squares out just a little bit, again, just so I can work with it a little bit better. And then we're going to use our egg wash for this part of the recipe. But before you do that, you're going to cut like 4, cut a slit on each side of each square, just like this. And then you're going to put your egg wash in the corners as well as in the middle. And then we're gonna fold it over. And so this was actually pretty easy, and this was a lot bigger than the Starbucks sugar plum Danishes, which was great because, you know, the amount of money it takes to make this, you get way more than you would for like a $5-6 Danish at Starbucks. So you're just gonna fold those corners into the middle and press it down a little bit. And then I'm gonna do the other dough, but I didn't show that to you guys. But this is gonna make 8 Danishes, and so I'm gonna brush the egg wash on top of this, and then I'm gonna put it in my freezer for about 10 to 15 minutes. And then after the 10 to 15 minutes in the freezer, I'm gonna put my cream cheese filling right in the center. So I'm putting a big dollop in each center. And so you can put as much or as little as you want. And so I'm just going to put the cream cheese on each one of those, and then I'm going to use this sanding sugar to sprinkle along the edges. You can use sugar in the raw if you want, or if you don't have those, I imagine you can just use granulated sugar, but this makes it look pretty. And so I'm going to put the sanding sugar on the outer parts, and then I'm going to bake it in the oven for about 25 minutes. And so this baked on 375, I believe. It was either 350 or 375 in the oven for about 25 minutes, 20 to 25 minutes. And then I'm using some red plum jam that I found at my local grocery store, and I took it out of the jar and just stirred it up a little bit in a separate bowl so that I can work with it a little bit better. And this is what it looks like, you guys. A lot bigger than the Starbucks, a lot more jam than the one you get from Starbucks. This was absolutely delicious, perfect for the holidays. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Please make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.